Welcome back to the Artistic Mystic Muse channel. I'm Nancy, your mystical muse. So grateful for you all here, and thank you for showing up, taking the time to view or like or share or subscribe to my channel. Deeply, deeply grateful. So this is a collective reading for May 5th through 11th, 2024, and it talks about priorities for growth. What are your priorities? What does that look like to facilitate and put first what you need for growth? We've got the Lord Ganesh here holding the lotus flower, right? The enlightenment, the ahas, and the epiphanies. Yeah. What are we prioritizing for our growth, right? Because we're on a there's a spiritual quest here that is afoot, right? So part of that, I think they're going to have me jump around, it feels like, is our throat chakra, is unblocking the throat chakra, speaking our authentic truth, whether it's to ourselves and to others. And it says the angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. Hint on the lovingly speak your truth, right? From a place of not hostility, triggered emotions, but just calm and compassion. And we have the crown chakra. Pay attention to your ideas as they are messages of true divine guidance sent in answers to your prayers, which that had kind of come out in the last reading for mid-May. Yeah. So I'm just checking my calendar there. So you're being divinely guided. The answers are coming forward. What is it you need to speak your truth about? And that may be one of the priorities, is you speaking up for yourself, or you being authentically yourself, as opposed to apologizing or trying to conform and fit someone else's comfort zone or expectation, because that doesn't serve anyone, not you nor the other person, any benefit if you're not able to be yourself. We also have this card about belonging, where you feel you belong. Things are shifting, we are changing. Maybe things that used to resonate, or groups or people or what have you, organizations that you felt you belonged to, it now seems more like a labor. It's not, there's not a lot of joy in it. It's like, well, I've always done it. No one says you have to keep doing it. So where do you belong? And in a spiritual sense, if you're having an awakening, you're having these things, it's important to find a community that can help support you in that, or a person, right? So that's important, to find your tribe, find your peeps. There's that as well. Yeah, we're in a state ready to facilitate growth. What is the priority? What do you need to help facilitate your growth? One may be, and should be, self-love. How are you nurturing and taking care of yourself? Besides speaking your truth, how are you nurturing and honoring yourself? Rising above things. I see only beauty and grace. Rising above the fray, rising above the chaos, the drama, the whatever else that has nothing to do with you, or you don't want to engage with it, right? Keeping your vibration higher, coming from a higher place in that, not mucking, right? In things. Yeah. Embarking on an adventure. I savor the wonder of the world. This whole segment of your journey is another adventure. And what is that going to look like? Yes, and we have embracing the future. We don't know what that's going to entail yet, but it's coming. Gifts from God. Archangel Sandalphon. We angels bring you gifts from your creator. Open your arms to receive. Don't have any assumptions, don't have any expectations, but gifts are coming in, blessings, large, small, whatever size they are. Even peace of mind can be a gift from God, a blessing, right? But they're coming in for you in this week. Prosperity, Archangel Ariel. Your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. You're being supported and provided for. Big thing is to not try to put your own need, like allow the universe to provide for you. Trust that they will provide for you. It will happen for you. You don't need to micromanage it, is what I'm getting at here. And gentleness, priority of trusting surrendering, speaking your truth, self-love, and we have gentleness. Archangel Sandalphon, be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and environments. So there may be things right now that are physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, but that you need to be gentle and be around people that can be so, right? Because this shift is not easy. And bottom of the deck, we have, you know what to do, Archangel Uriel. Trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So as you know, you need to step into that. You need to make those choices and take a step. Our Arakura, blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and process and do not give up. Having patience, prioritize patience with the process. You are growing, you are starting to blossom. Sarasvati, the arts, express yourself through creative activities. So one of your priorities should be some kind of creative outlet. Now, creativity comes in a lot of different ways. It can be gardening, it can be words, it can be mathematical things, it can be making things, it can be providing sage advice for someone, it can be, you know, being of service in some way, but you're really good at how you do that. Whatever that expression is for you, that is being encouraged. Why? Because it's an expression, it's a way for you to express yourself, your thoughts, your ideas, your knowledge, whether it's visually, verbally, auditorily, or in physically, some other way. Yeah. This card's called Warrior Woman. The energy doesn't matter, but it says, have you answered your deepest calling? There's the sword of truth, and for cutting things out that no longer serve, of wisdom, of victory. What is that deepest urge or that deepest calling, that niggle or nudge that you want to pursue? That is being authentic. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. So you may be tired, maybe having restless sleep. Awakenings always have a physical aspect to it. Not only are we mentally and spiritually awakening to other things, expanding our consciousness, but the body has to keep up with us. This is the tool, the vessel. So that's where this self-care, also self-love, comes into play, making sure you're taking care of yourself, you're getting plenty of water, things you need, good food, right? A little bit of sunshine, fresh air. So this shift you're in the process, and once it starts, it doesn't really stop. It comes in waves. So have patience with yourself. Pillar of light, your vibration is rising and you are the oracle. So your frequency as it rises, it says you are the oracle. We become oracles. Some are more have more knowledge than others, but as you experience things and you tap into your consciousness and the bigger picture, you are able to share those things, right? You are able to, yeah, share those things that you know to be true. And you're your own oracle, right? You're able to help guide and direct yourself. Now, sometimes it does help for someone else to help validate or put things in context, but learning to trust ourselves. Yeah. And we have intuition. And it supports our ability to conceive the subtle language of the realms beyond the three-dimensional reality. So trust your intuition. Integrity supports our choice to be consistently truthful and honest while being guided by a high moral standard or standards. Are you prioritizing your integrity? Are you prioritizing listening to your intuition? Are you prioritizing standing in your truth? Are you prioritizing your self-care, of your creativity, of accepting, of creating and receiving blessings? And kindness reminds us to be considerate and wise in our interactions with others and ourselves, and to find the root of our love through our connection to source. Kindness as a priority. Yeah. I'm unapologetic about what I desire, and I trust that what I focus on will grow. Doing what's right for you, focusing on that and not worrying about anybody else. Doesn't matter. This is your journey. I surrender to a greater power than me. Trusting in source, trusting in the universe, God, something that's bigger, right? And knowing you will be provided for. It's kind of a transformation. My vibes speak louder than my words. Keeping your frequency up. And sometimes words are not necessary. You don't need to answer or react to everything that's in front of you, right? That's an important thing. Sometimes it's better just to observe and listen. Take what you need to, let the rest go. You'll know whether it's meant for you or not, but sometimes silence and not saying anything is actually better, because if you do, 9 times out of 10, sometimes those people, they aren't ready to hear it anyway. Only you'll know in that moment. So I'm going to the keys to the 13 Universal Laws deck. It's an oracle deck I designed. It's available on Gamecraft or the links below to see what our closing messages are for this week. Universal law of polarity. Yes, so sometimes things that we put out, we get the opposite. Why? Because that is polarity. But the challenge is, how are you going to handle it? What are your priorities? How are you going to handle that? Yeah, key to new beginnings. It's the bottom of the deck. Key to alignment. Key to faith. Polarity comes in because it's necessary. So if you're operating at a much higher frequency, a lot of times you'll draw in people or situations that are of lower vibration, and it's how you handle it. Yeah, key to your strategy, how you're going to handle it. How are you going to prioritize? What are you keeping and not keeping? Universal law of rhythm, going with the flow, right? And universal law of action. So what priorities are you going to make, and what actions or steps are you going to take to get there? Or what choices are you going to make to resolve it, or how you're going to handle it or deal with it? That's really important, because the better you learn to handle it, the better you get at knowing what to choose, knowing when to act, knowing when not to act. That's where the growth comes. How you're handling it, and what you learn from it. That is key. So what are you doing? Where are you prioritizing to facilitate optimally your growth in many areas of your life? That's what you need to look at. Are you stretching yourself too thin? Maybe, maybe not. So take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Thank you for being here. If you need a reading, you want some frequency jewelry, please reach out, and I'd be happy to help you with that. See you next time. Bye.